Okay, for the second educational session, we started off talking about sleep health, and then we talked about chronic pain management, and the last one we'll talk about is weight loss. I know for sleep health you said that your pain makes you stay awake, right?
Yes.
So for that, it would probably be the best to try to get like a medication that could help you sleep at night, maybe even like Tylenol PMs that could help you. And I know you've been exercising a lot more, so that should help a lot too with the sleep and stretching. So let's go down to weight loss. So I like to start off with the facts. When I was looking it up on the CDC about obesity, it says 37.9% of adults in the United States are considered obese, which I thought was a lot until I looked at the percentage for overweight, which includes the obese ones, but it's 70.7% of all adults in the United States are considered overweight. Isn't that a lot?
That is too much.
So when I was doing some research on weight loss, I looked up mostly nutrition and exercise for you guys. For the nutritional needs, it talked a lot about the vitamins that older adults should be getting. And it spoke a lot about vitamin B12. And I was looking up on a journal, and it says that the vitamin B12 is really good for protection of the aging brain. And some good sources of vitamin B12 would be animal protein, so like meat, fish, and also milk, cheese, and eggs. And it was really funny when I was doing my research how much milk came up for a lot of these. So vitamin D is really essential too to maintain bone health. The older we get, the more brittle our bones get, and we're more prone to
Is there
fractures.
a certain amount of milk you should be taking when you're older?
So they say for vitamin D, you should be getting 3 servings of vitamin D rich food a day. So a glass of milk, yogurt, something like that, cheese. And then the next one is calcium. So milk again would be good. Or dark leafy veggies, fortified cereals, fruit juice. The only thing with fruit juice you want to be careful is of the sugar. And then fiber. A lot of things slow down when we get older, so fiber is really good for that, but it's also really good to reduce the risk for heart disease, control weight, and prevent type 2 diabetes. So things like whole grain cereal, peas, beans, all those things can be really good for you for that as well. And then making sure you're decreasing your sodium. So trying to stay away from things that have a lot of salt in them. And increasing your potassium, this can lower your risk of high blood pressure. And again, milk and yogurt came up as good foods for that as well. And then super important is to stay hydrated, but we want to stay away from the sugary and salty things because we don't want high blood pressure, and we want to stay away from things high in sugar to prevent diabetes.
And how much water should you drink a day?
Well, it really depends for the person, but I think it's like a gallon of water a day is really good for you. But your body really can tell you when you are getting to the point where you need more water, because being thirsty is the first sign of becoming dehydrated. So for nutrition, there is a website called MyPlate. And when I looked it up, it came up with this really cool, I'll show it to you, this diagram, and it kind of shows you the portions of what your food should be. And then if you go on the website too, you can type in like the type of food, and it can tell you exactly how much of that food you should be eating a day.
Oh, that's very helpful.
Yes. So the MyPlate website is a really great tool if you ever have questions about a specific food and you don't really know. So that's good. And then for exercise, they say that you should be getting 30 minutes of exercise 5 times a week, which is the recommended amount for an older adult And it doesn't have to be like lifting weights or running. Just walking is a really good exercise for you. Swimming in the pool is a good exercise. And physical activity can prevent or delay disease, manage stress, improve your mood, and it allows the older adults to remain independent for a longer period of time.